inherited my brother and the family tradition of the two grandfathers.
Yeah, and also your role models. Or
Role
some
models, sorry.
specific moments.
Role models. I've had experiences of absolutely magnificent role models and people that I would definitely not try to emulate. If we look at the negative ones first, if there was ever a lesson that I learnt, it was, and I was on the receiving end, so believe me, I got this firsthand. Never, if you're holding rank and the person that you wish to discuss matters with also holds rank, never ever belittle the person in front of the troops. So yes, I didn't do something all that well. I think I was a lieutenant and I had a major, and my troops were pretty close to me, and he didn't care what he said in front of them. Now, it totally weakened my command of my personnel to be basically put upon by that superior officer. On the other hand, I have served as a major with some excellent lieutenant colonels who are my direct bosses. I was also a staff officer to a brigadier. He exemplified someone who certainly did a huge amount of work, but he lived by the motto, make sure that you give yourself time to look after yourself and your family. And he'd tell everyone else that, but he wouldn't do it himself. So that was another role model which wasn't necessarily a positive.
Okay, roles as I said before, my late grandfather was one of them. As an officer during World War II, passed on a lot of experience. He didn't talk about much of his wartime experience, which is understandable. He did provide a lot of good words of wisdom before he passed away. When I was in the service, I did encounter good role models and bad ones. The good one, I'll say, there's a couple of regimental sergeant majors in the 1st Combat Center Regiment. They were quite good, passed on a lot of wise words of wisdom in terms of career progression and morale. I wouldn't say not a lot of regimental sergeant majors are quite good. Some are pretty ordinary. As an old saying is, once a soldier becomes a warrant officer, they tend to be grumpy. I'm not sure if it was for the good reasons or the bad reasons, or it maybe comes with a job. But when I was in the service, it is what it is. But that culture doesn't change. I believe outside of the normal hours, everyone gets along fine. But I have met some very good officers in my time. So especially when I was deployed in the Middle East, there was a Major General. He understands from a digger's point of view. He actually tried to learn everything that what we did on the ground. Which I know for a short time, which was invaluable to see a 2-star general to actually get his hands dirty and understood where the diggers come from, so he hasn't forgotten his roots. So I can't remember his name. It would have been towards like 2010 to early 2011, when before he got his time was up, and it was Major General Campbell, who's now the Chief Defence Force. He took over from him, which therefore from February 2011 to by the time I left, so he was still in charge with the Australian operation in the Middle East. So yeah, yes, there are good and bad ones, but always look on the positive side of things. So yeah.